So, I've been gone. Hey everyone, my name's Grovile. This might sound weird for people that have known me as Pokepix, but I decided to change it. I thought it was more fitting. Now with that out of the way, this video serves three purposes. I want this to serve as a reminder of where I come from, so I never forget what pushed me to stop and what pushed me to come back. But also, I wanted to get your attention for a minute so I could explain, maybe that's not the best term to use, but I'll go with that. I want to explain what happened, and even though the channel isn't big and not many people are subscribed, I feel like the people that are subscribed deserve an explanation as to why I stopped uploading stuff. I also want to talk about the channel and what's going to happen from here on out, what kind of changes are coming, but we'll get to that later. The people that are in my Discord server probably know what I'm going to talk about, and by the way, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But last year, in February, I bought a bike. If you don't know, I'm a delivery guy, so I needed to make my job easier. The problem came later. I couldn't afford a bike with my own money, and I was denied the credit because of my job. Things work a little bit differently in my country, so I had to borrow some money from an acquaintance. I had to pay quite a big amount per week. I did the math, a couple months would be enough for me to pay back the money I loaned. It would be okay, right? Well, not exactly. All the money I was making from work was going to that, and to fuel and maintenance. If I failed to pay in any given week, I'd have to pay a fine equivalent to 10% of the weekly pay. It was good for the first few weeks, until I fell from my bike. I didn't fall because of a lack of skill or anything, just some dude literally put his car in front of me while I was working. Of course, after I fell, the guy sped away, so I had to call a friend to come meet me and an ambulance to come check me out. After that, I had to stop working completely because I couldn't flex my arm, and I spent 2 months home recovering from that fall. I also had to repair my bike, obviously. It was, well, broken. That meant I lost 8 weeks of payment and I had to pay the fines. The 2 months went by and I was ready to ride again. You can probably guess what happened next, but I managed to fall again. This time because I slipped on rainy weather. I'm not going to expand too much on this or it'll get too long, but the problem, yeah, I hurt the same arm as the first time. So even though the injury wasn't as bad, it was another month of recovery. I got really stressed out very quickly as soon as I bought the bike. The huge weekly payment got into my head very early on and I stopped being able to upload anything on YouTube. I wanted to, I really did. I just couldn't. My only thought was getting up, shower, eat, go to work, come home, eat, shower, sleep, get up, you get the picture. What should have taken a few months actually took me the entire year. But I was finally free. A huge weight off my shoulders. I was ready to come back into YouTube. But life often throws the most unexpected curveballs. I had planned on saying a ton of stuff here, but I'm not sure what I can or can't talk about here, so I won't get into much detail. I'll just let you know that, unfortunately, my dad passed away very recently, and all through this year up to the day he passed, I stopped doing everything so I could dedicate myself to take care of him. It wasn't easy, but I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't. My dad was more than just my dad. He was more of a best friend than anything. I'm really lucky to have had such a connection with him. After his passing, I had to take some more time off to mourn. It really wasn't easy, realizing everything that happened. But I couldn't move forward until I accepted that. Now, maybe you've stayed and watched all of this. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you skipped. But if you did stay and listen, you now know most of what happened, and why I wasn't in the right headspace where I could just come back into YouTube, even though I really like making videos. But I'm going to stop talking about this. I feel like the mood is heavy enough, so now we need to talk about what comes next. I've uploaded this video, sure, but what now? Well, now I have a few projects in mind. As you've seen, I've changed my name, but that's a very small detail. I now want to focus into bringing you videos with higher quality. Back at the end of last year, when I was thinking about restarting YouTube, right before my dad's health worsened, I spoke to someone. I sent an email asking if I could use one of their music to create an outro for my videos, and TLDR, I can use the music. But given the more serious nature of this video, you won't get to listen to it here. You're probably asking yourselves, but if this video's serious, why the gameplay in the background? And, well, I just didn't want to leave a void, or just a bland background as I was speaking. Also, there's kind of a clue as to what the next video is going to be in there. Moving on to the shorts videos. I've noticed over time, even when I was uploading, that they weren't getting many views, with the best ones only getting a few thousand views on the first days, so those will be getting a bit of an overhaul. Also, I'm now going to bring longer form videos as well. Challenges, Nuzlocke, ROM hacks, shiny hunts, card openings. I'm going to try and do a bunch of those as much as possible. Lastly, I'm thinking of creating a second channel. One where we can do gameplays of different games, challenges as well. You name it, I'll probably do it. Want me to play Dark Souls blindfolded? That's a no. I suck at that game. I can play it though. Now, why a second channel when this one is pretty small? I think we've pretty much established that this channel is more Pokemon oriented than anything else, and I just don't want to break that theme. But I'm not going to create that channel just yet though. I still need to get back into the game, start uploading stuff again, and when the wheel is in full motion, we'll move on to other things. Also, before I forget, I used to be able to upload a video every day back when those videos were short, but now the rules are different. The videos will be bigger, the shorts will be better, and I also have my job, so I won't be able to upload at the same rhythm. There's also a quick thing I'd like to talk about before ending the video. It's about the comments. Since I stopped uploading, my activity on YouTube has been minimal, so I haven't changed much of anything. And that means that there is a good number of comments that I haven't answered, which were the ones you saw at the start of the video. I'm talking about this because I can't guarantee I'll answer every single comment. Even more so if I do, say, start growing on YouTube and the channel actually becomes something relatively big. So I apologize in advance if I don't reply. I'm most likely to read and react, but I'm not sure I'll be answering every single one of them. With all of that said, I think we're done with this video. I want to thank you if you've stayed up to this point, and even if you haven't, this video will serve at least one of its purposes. Anyway, now that I've said it all, we'll see each other very soon once the next video comes up. My name's Grovile. Thanks for watching.